One, for those who know the law, we kept asking, why has government continued to hold on to these people? And those are questions we have not gotten any answers to, right, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the excuse by the Honorable Chairman Mao does not hold any water at all. For you to say that the lawyers of Dr. Kizza Besigye have delayed to extract a decree, the Attorney General, whom you supervise, Chairman Mao, was the party to this matter. He is the one who appealed this matter. So for you to give an excuse, you see, we did not know what was happening. We were in our chambers waiting for these lawyers to come and serve us the extracted decree. Are you kidding me? You were a party to this matter. You are the ones who went to the Supreme Court. The Court of Appeal had determined this matter. But your chambers, sir, decided to appeal this matter. How do you then feign ignorance at this point? Honorable Speaker, I am glad you have mentioned, as all of us have, this is a non-partisan matter. At least it should be. I've given several examples, and I'm sorry, my colleague, I keep referring to you. I don't know if he's here. Honorable Paul Akamba, who is an NRM member. That man was granted bail by a court of competent jurisdiction, and he was kidnapped, abducted by gun-wielding goons within court precincts. He's not an opposition member, he's an NRM member, but it happened to him. That's what happens when you don't deal with injustices. And by the way, Honorable Speaker, these abductions continue to happen. Yesterday, a leader within my party, our head of mobilization, one Fred Nyanzi Sentamu, was abducted in similar manner. And we are saying these things should stop because they are within the control of the state. Honorable Speaker, here is the ultimate remedy. One, I'm glad that as Parliament we are putting our foot down. This Parliament here is where we are going to fight our battles. I know we can use all other spaces we have out there, radios, TVs, and so on. But as members of Parliament, this is our #1 fighting space. And we shall use it to fight for our people. Honorable Speaker, now that we have talked about the health, the ailing health, the very frail situation in which Dr. Kizza Besigye is, I went to see him in jail yesterday. He could not get out of bed to come and see us. But we saw the other political prisoners, the Bobby Youngs and others, who are suffering in similar manner. Can the state give us a timeline on when they are going to release these people? That is the ultimate remedy.
Honorable.
Because the excuse there has been of, you see, we are waiting for the DPP to take over these cases. One, you're not supposed to direct the DPP. If the DPP is interested in any matter, these people should have been released, and then they can be summoned. Because the DPP, Honorable Speaker, the DPP does not sanction court files. The DPP sanctions police files. So you cannot say the DPP is waiting for these court files to be transferred from the disciplinary court martial. That does not arise at all. These people ought to have been released a long time ago, and then the DPP could probably sanction any police file, and they can be summoned. They don't even have to be kidnapped, as we have seen happening. So, right, Honorable Speaker, the solution to this quandary, this predicament that we are grappling with, is to release Dr. Kizza Besigye and all of these other NUP political prisoners that are being held illegally. I'm hoping that government will see sense in that.
And a letter to the Chief Justice to appoint a liaison contact. Then the 6th February letter, which forwarded the CJ's letter to the Ministry of Defense and Veterans Affairs and the DPP. And the 14th February letter, which is also coming, but which I have a soft copy, where we corrected the decree and sent it back to the lawyers.
Now, you're answering my number 5 of my question. Number 1 was, how, as legal advisors of government, what appropriate advice have you given for the continued pre-trial on detention of an ailing, and here I'm saying ailing, Dr. Besigye?
Madam Speaker, in that situation, the suspect would be produced before the appropriate court, in this case the High Court, and granted bail.
Has the file been transferred from court martial to the civil court? Civilian court? To the civilian court?
Madam Speaker, I have spoken to the chairman of the General Court Martial, who instructed the director of prosecutions of the court martial, who I also spoke to, and all that they are waiting for their file is this decree, which now we have. But we deny any responsibility for the late extraction of the decree.